Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your daily forecast for the day of Tuesday, April 24th, 2018. Now what we've got going on today, oh, and by the way, I'm going to have your weeklies out soon. They take just way longer than I would like them to take, but they should be here in the morning. So just so you know, I've been working on those today. For your horoscope, Moon in Leo today, bringing our attention to being happy. Trying to be happy best we can, to finding more of the joy in life, to playing, to working on some passion projects of ours, also thinking about romantic relationships can come in here, and kids. All right, last night into this morning we had the moon here in Leo in a square to Jupiter. Okay, that's a hard aspect. We could have been feeling like it was hard for us to expand our life, to do the things that we wanted last night. It was hard for us, especially with the moon in Leo, to be happy because we got a lot of things going on here with Jupiter and Scorpio. A lot of deep things that we're dealing with, a lot of big changes perhaps that it is that we're making in our life, especially with the Mars-Pluto conjunction going on right now. And it's hard for us, perhaps, especially at last night into this morning, to find that joy, to be happy in life. And we've got so many other big, deep, intense things going on, changes in our life, emotions, feelings, preventing us from perhaps from doing some other things. All right, so that's what was happening last night. Then we get into today, and at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, we have the moon, as it's in Leo, come into a trine here with Uranus. And what that could definitely bring are perhaps some unexpected things that do come up. You could do something unexpected. Someone else could do something unexpected to you. It could be an unexpected insight, but something could come up in some way here, unexpected about you, about who you are, and what you can do to be happy. Perhaps you're a little bit frustrated at the end of last night, feeling like it's hard for you to do the things that it is that you want. So perhaps when it gets to be at 11 a.m. you do something to break free perhaps from this feeling of restriction, to be happier, to do things you want in some way coming in. Okay, I do typically, I don't know, I don't mind a trine so much, so I do see it being more of a helpful influence here to help you break free perhaps from some things that were hard at the nighttime. All right, then the next thing that happens is going to be at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, and at 2 p.m. the moon then is going to leave Leo and it's going to enter Virgo. And when the moon's in Virgo, it's all about work, working hard, putting in the effort to do things, to make things happen. What else? Virgo rules kind of strategy and planning, a lot of thinking going on since it's a Mercury ruled sign. So once it gets to be 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's less about trying to have fun, trying to be lighthearted, playing, and it's more about, okay, we got a lot of stuff to do now. Time to put our heads down to the grind, get down to the grind to figure out what's going on here so we can make some things happen and take care of what we need to take care of. Okay, so that's what's coming in at 2 p.m. Right as the moon enters Virgo, though, it does come into a square with Venus, which by the time the moon will be in Virgo, Venus was actually going to be here in Gemini. All right, and so what that could bring up, perhaps at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, is some difficulty communicating here about your job, about all the work you have to do, about things going on with you in some way. Okay, I think when it comes to the moon entering Virgo, we want to put our heads down, we got to get things done. Maybe there's a lot of things we're trying to work out in our mind here, and maybe it's making it hard for us to communicate in the ways that it is that we want to communicate, because we've got so much to do, because we've got so many things that we're trying to figure out, perhaps that we haven't quite put all the pieces together yet with, especially with the moon being at the early degrees of Virgo. All right, so there could come again some hard things in relationships, especially at 2 p.m. maybe feeling like it's hard for you to communicate with other people about some things that you've got going on, or that communicating is taking you away from some of the work that you have to do. So there could be a lot of that going on. If you stick with it though, I do see some more positive things coming in later on at night. That's because at 9 p.m. Mountain Time, the moon, as it moves further through Virgo, then makes a trine over here to the sun in Taurus. And I think what that can give you further on through the day, 9 p.m., is more dedication, more discipline to do the things that you need, to take care of the work you need to take care of, to move forward on some of those projects, to perhaps process some things mentally that it is that you need so that you can strategize, start putting a plan in place to help you move forward. Okay, so I see that being positive at 9 p.m. Another thing that I really like is that a few hours after this, tomorrow at 6 a.m. Mountain Time, the moon's going to come off this trine to the sun, and it's going to make a trine to Saturn. Okay, in Capricorn. And what this is kind of going to make over the course of 12 hours with the moon moving is a grand earth trine. And we haven't had one of those in a while. We've had a few fire trines in the past 8 months with the moon, but not too many earth trines. And what that is going to bring here, I like to think, is some good dedication and discipline and hard work in a more positive way coming in from 9 p.m. Mountain Time tonight to about 6 a.m. Mountain Time tomorrow, maybe a few hours after. Okay, and I think what we start to get at the nighttime is more of a desire and more of the motivation and more of the toolkit that we need here to do the work, to put our life in a better place, to do the things that need to be done, to just feel like we're starting to make progress in a very, very practical way moving forward. Okay, so I do like what's coming in towards the end of the day. All right, could be some unexpected things that come up in the morning, maybe wanting to break free from some situations that were not the easiest, perhaps emotionally at the end of yesterday coming in. Then perhaps things being a little bit hard during the afternoon, 2 p.m., having lots of work to do, lots of things we're processing, but our relationships demanding other things from us, us having to communicate about things perhaps that are taking us away from the other things we want to be doing or need to be doing. And then at the nighttime, more of the dedication, the discipline, the support coming in to help us get everything done that we need to get done, to feel much better about it all and to feel like we're making some real progress. Okay, so that's what I see going on there. Now for stuff that we've got going on in the background. What we have, Mars coming into a conjunction with Pluto, closer and closer, bringing big changes here in where it is that we see our life going. Again, I don't think these are new changes. I think they're changes that we've been working on for quite some time, a few months now, and I think we're finally just starting to step into these changes, and Mars-Pluto is helping us to do it, or is requiring us to do it, to kick some old things, to finally step into a life, transform ourselves, transform where we thought our life was going so that we can actually step into it. Okay, Mars-Pluto in a sextile with Jupiter, saying that there's a big opportunity here if you're changing your life, putting it in the direction that it is that you really want, that really resonates with you, to feel better emotionally, to uncover some deep emotions, to start to feel like you're making changes in a positive way here, to do some things that it is that you need. Okay. There's also Mercury in a square with Saturn coming closer and closer as well, while you're making some big changes in your life that I think are ultimately going to be good for you, perhaps having some hard conversations with other people or with yourself, trying to figure out what you want, what's important to you, where it is that you see your life going here, needing to have the hard conversations, needing to commit here to some big change that it is that you're making, and to follow it long term so that you can ultimately see the results that it is that you want. Okay, if you can make the hard decisions, and if you can have the hard conversations and commit to some big change going on and to understanding what you want in life and moving forward on that, I think it's definitely going to help you as well here where the North Node is, because Mercury is going to come into a trine with the North Node to be happier, again, to make progress, to move forward. So I see lots of good things coming in, perhaps underneath some other things that may be a little bit more challenging. The Sun as well going to come into a trine with Saturn, giving you more dedication, again, to do something, to build something, to put your life in the right direction, to do what it takes to move forward. You know, earth signs here are good at making things manifest in the physical world and at making things happen and at doing what it takes to make things happen, to do what needs to be done. So I think once you make these changes, or as you make these changes and commit to something, then you got to start building on it. You got to start working on it, towards it. And I think if you can work towards these changes, once you commit, I think there's going to be, again, some good things that are going to come. All right, we also do have Venus moving into Gemini today. So again, that's going to make your relationships a little bit more chatty. Perhaps you're a little bit more chatty with people than normal. Maybe as well, you just communicating, helping you to feel better, perhaps inside. If you want to think of Venus ruling like what we think is beautiful, of what's comfortable to us as well. So communicating perhaps being very good for you, or something that you're wanting to do more and more of, especially with relationships coming in. Okay. So that's what's going on there. Maybe also lots of communicating about money as well with Venus. All right, with Venus in Gemini, it's then going to make a sextile to Chiron, saying if you can think about, communicate about your relationships, about your money, it is ultimately going to help you understand who you are, how you need to do things, and how you need to move forward, even if that day is not today. With the moon in a square with Venus, right as it's moving into Gemini, I don't know how good you're going to be feeling about money and about relationships and about the conversations that you're having with people today, but I think the potential is definitely there in the next few days for you maybe to get some insights from some conversations that it is that you have with people. Okay, so that's, I think, what I've got going on there. Thank you so much for watching this horoscope. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.